Hello everyone, I'm back, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2023 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. So grab your popcorn and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2023. Mega Compilation. This trail cam clip captured on June 23rd, 2023 has been going viral and completely puzzling viewers. It took place in Canada. Trail cams are activated by motion and heat. If motion and heat are detected, that is when trail cameras will turn on and begin recording or taking photos, depending on what type you have. So this trail cam here was first activated because a raccoon came walking by. And it seems normal enough, right? But watch what happens next. Seconds later, some strange unidentified flying object flies through the air. It looks like some sort of spacecraft. The trail cam owner has no idea what to make of it, so he took to social media to see what others had to say. Some think it's definitely a UFO or some sort of alien spacecraft. However, skeptics thought it could have just been a plane. But debunking this theory is the fact that planes only have 3 lights. They have 2 on the outer edges of the wings and 1 big bright one in the front and middle. And there are no known planes with lights like this, making it almost impossible to be a plane. Definitely a very weird capture, and I personally have no explanation. I don't know what this is, but let me know what you think in the comments. Now this one here was posted on July 18th, 2023. A group of outdoorsmen called Buva Crew from Pennsylvania have multiple trail cams posted throughout the woods nearby. And they go hunting a lot in this area, so that's why they have them. They catch all kinds of wildlife on them, mostly deer. But this time they would capture something much different. They looked back at the trail cam photos and this is what they saw. What the heck is that creature? They have no idea what it is. As they caption the video, experts please help. The top theory about this one is that it's a juvenile Bigfoot. Considering its smaller size, it's not big enough to be an adult Sasquatch, so could this really be a young Bigfoot? Considering they live somewhere in Pennsylvania, there are no monkeys or gorillas or any types of animals like that live in the area. And it's completely covered in fur and very skinny, so it doesn't look like it could be a person. And as we take a closer look, we can really see what this being looks like. A very strange and eerie trail cam capture for sure. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Supposedly one of the most haunted cities in all of the entire world. Over the last 100 years, there have been a crazy amount of reports of paranormal activity in the area. Reports and encounters include real ghostly apparitions and phantom cries of wounded soldiers. It all started back on July 1st, 1863 when the Battle of Gettysburg commenced. It lasted 3 days and ended up with over 50,000 fatalities. But the effects of this gruesome event still remain prevalent because of the supposed ghostly encounters. There are many different stories and videos and photos of these supposed hauntings, but today we're going to be specifically taking a look at a video that was taken on October 19th, 2009. Now it was taken long ago, but it hasn't been seen by many. Here is the video. As you can see, some anomalies are captured. They look like strange white shadows lurking through the field. This video took place approximately 1 mile from the triangular field off of Wheatfield Road. Are these the spirits of fallen soldiers in the area? Many believe this is exactly what it is. Because of how haunted this city is considered, it's not surprising at all that something like this was caught on camera. It does look very real and convincing, but because of the lower camera quality, there's probably no way to confirm that it's 100% real. But also keep in mind this was taken back in 2009 when cameras were not nearly as good as they are now. But what do you guys think about this? Should I take a trip to Gettysburg and explore myself to see if the legends are true? Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me do a video like that. But anyways, on to the next one. The following trail cam capture is just disturbing. The shocking video comes from Trailcam Pro, who has many different trail cameras posted throughout North America. And this has to be one of his craziest captures. As you can see, an alligator is on the bank eating a pretty good sized fish. This close-up video gives us a glimpse into the shocking reality of the wild. In the animal kingdom, there are no laws. It's eat or be eaten. That's why sometimes these captures are even scarier than the unknown creatures or ghosts. Nature is ruthless. Wild animals can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And fierce predators like alligators are so much stronger and faster than humans, so we stand little chance against them. This is why we should always be careful when we're out in the wild, because who knows what could happen. Just an amazing capture that will make you appreciate the wild. This disturbing trail cam clip was captured on May 26, 2023. It was taken on a trail cam posted near a homeowner's backyard. The homeowners would eventually take a look at the video camera and they discovered something horrifying. One of the videos showcased an otherworldly creature. The homeowners and many others suspect this is an extraterrestrial being. Whatever it is, it's definitely not from this planet. Some are terrified by the footage, but skeptics are not too sure about it. Skeptics suggest that the video is simply CGI, which is computer-generated imagery. CGI is pretty much special effects created using various computer softwares. But because the footage is so quick, it's hard to really tell if it's CGI. I mean, it does look pretty realistic. The homeowners claim that the footage is real though, saying that they have absolutely no clue what the creature was. So let me know in the comments, is this a real alien or some other cryptid creature, or is it simply a hoax? The following video comes from Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming. Since the park is so widely known, it's protected by many different security cameras. These security/trail cameras are posted up all over throughout the park's land. These cameras are checked and operated by highly trusted park officials. With all that being said, that's why the following footage here is so compelling. Posted to TikTok in August, the video shows some rather large-looking creatures walking through the trees. And if we zoom out, we can see even more, and it becomes even more compelling. These bipedal creatures definitely resemble Bigfoot. Take into consideration that this was also in a very remote area, so it's highly unlikely that any person would be out there. And judging by the size and the width of these creatures, there's no way they can be human. And they appear to have hair from head to toe. Yellowstone National Park is a supposed Bigfoot hotspot according to some cryptozoologists. Many sightings come from this park every year. Considering all of this, this is why people really believe these were real Sasquatches caught on camera. The park rangers and online viewers are still absolutely baffled by the footage. Very convincing evidence for sure. The following video was taken by a homeowner of a rural home somewhere in Michigan. It was just recently posted to social media and people are struggling to come up with an explanation. Here's the clip. A creature with glowing eyes is seen making its way through the back of the backyard. Now at first you may think, oh, it's just a dog or coyote or some animal like that. But this is why I personally think it's not. There looks to be a strange arch in the being's back as it crawls along, as you can see when we zoom in and slow the footage down. Also, when it stops here and looks at the camera, it looks to have the body of a human. The shoulder area comes up very high and then dips down, looking distinctly human-like. That being said, could it just be a human? No. Considering the video was taken on a phone, no human eyes would reflect light and create an eye shine like the creature in the video. Humans' eyes can produce eye shine on some cameras like infrared or night vision or some security cameras, but I've never seen a human's eyes glow on a phone before. It's just not possible. All of this being said, this is why people think it's a skinwalker. I'm sure if you watched my videos before, you all know what a skinwalker is. Basically, it's a shape-shifting witch spirit coming from the Navajo culture that can disguise itself by imitating animals or people. Skinwalkers will possess some of the traits of the animal or person it's mimicking, but it can't exactly nail it. Something just seems off, and that's what appears to be happening in this video. Now hold on a minute. I found this clip the other day and I was completely shocked by it. It appears to be taken by a trail camera deep in a forest. It was posted to TikTok by The New Wave on September 22nd, 2023. Just take a look at the footage. A mama pig, a baby pig, and a frog? But wait, did this frog have wings? There's just so much going on in this clip. Initially, the frog-like creature looks just like a frog. It hops along and moves just like a frog. But it's actually a vampire bat, and it's following the pigs for their blood. If you don't know, vampire bats are a species of bat that feed on animals' blood, and humans, hence the name vampire bat. Vampire bats typically suck the blood of pigs, cows, horses, and birds, and they're usually found in Mexico and Central South America. The way these bats feast on blood is they make small incisions using their teeth and then they slurp up the blood with their tongues. Just a very creepy animal. But taking a look at this video again, this is just such a rare and bizarre trail cam capture. I hope you all enjoyed. The following video was posted to TikTok on June 10th, 2022, and it's still sending chills down people's spines to this day. A man has a camera facing his backyard and back patio. He was minding his business late one night and he looked out of his back window and saw something strange. He saw this strange humanoid creature, and luckily the camera picked it up too.
And it's like 35 feet away, and it came out of those weeds.
On the right? On the backyard?
Yeah, on the right side, there's the weeds there. I got it on everything.
What the heck is this weird thing? You can hear the homeowner say in the video that it's definitely a demonic creature.
Just
Somebody just called the police?
yeah, no, it's a demonic creature.
He did indeed call the police, but no information was ever released about it. Like if the cops ever found anything or what they thought about the encounter. This is just an overall terrifying video. Imagine taking a look out into your backyard and seeing this. Because of its pale skin and just the overall look of the being, some are speculating it could be the cryptid called the Rake. The Rake is a supposed humanoid creature that stalks and harasses humans. It's pale, skinny, and has long, sharp claws. There have been many recent sightings and encounters of these creatures, convincing people even more that this is the Rake. But others speculate other cryptids and legends such as the skinwalker. But anyways, what do you guys think it was? Let me know in the comments. Taking a look at a mysterious trail cam photo coming from Reddit. It was taken on July 31st, 2020, but has not been seen by many. The owner of this trail cam has it posted in the nearby woods behind their house. It's one of those picture trail cams rather than the ones that take videos. So the trail cam detected motion and snapped 3 different photos. The first 2 appeared to show nothing, but then the third one came along. A blurry young girl is seen. She's dressed in a white gown and is wearing something on her head. Could this be the spirit of a young child? Apparently, the original poster of this video had just relocated to a very new and practically just built home north of Minneapolis. It used to be farmland until it became unused, so they built a property on it. Now the homeowner was shocked by what was captured, but she wasn't yet convinced it was a ghost. One of their surrounding neighbors has a little girl, so they thought maybe she was playing in the woods and happened to step in front of the camera. They liked this idea as it debunked the possibility of it being a spirit, which was very scary to them. But they eventually realized it could be much weirder than they thought. Considering the 2 photos that were taken before that showed nothing, that's almost impossible to happen on a trail cam, because it has to detect heat and motion to snap a photo. So how did it snap those 2 photos? Redditors think that it was because the spirit didn't show its physical form yet until the last photo. It's unlikely for these cameras to malfunction like that. All of that being said, the homeowners began to believe that it was most likely a ghost, and that's what most believed online as well. This video comes from Turkey. It was uploaded to TikTok on August 20th, 2023. A group of late-night explorers set out on a trek throughout the Turkish wilderness. As it got dark, they felt more and more like they were being watched, until eventually this happened.
Nerede? Yukarıda. Tamam gördüm.
Boynuzlara bak. Tamam işte.
Ahmet bu boynuzlu şerşapal bu Ahmet.
Büyük boynuzu olan.
Burayı koruyan boynuzlu şerşapal bu çok güçlü.
A disturbing horned creature is peering at them from over the hill. It's obvious this is not a goat or any other horned animal because its body resembles a human, and its eyes are glowing.
Var mı? Başka yerde var mı?
Aşağıda Ömer abi. Yakında. Ömer abi yakında. Arkama geldi Ömer abi. Arkama geldi.
Tamam tamam.
It stays there just looking at them for quite some time until eventually it leaves them alone. This thing just looks demonic. The explorers and everybody else have no idea what this thing was. All I know is that if I was in the woods and I ran into something like that, I would get out of there as quick as I could. This creepy encounter comes from TikTok user Luke_Harley. He seems to be filming a possum in his backyard, but it's obvious that something is watching them from the tree line. A huge pair of red glowing eyes are seen piercing through the vegetation. The creature doesn't move a muscle, it just stays put and tries not to move. All we can see is the red eyes, no outline or silhouette or anything. Because of the trademark red glowing eyes, people are suspecting this could have been the infamous urban legend, the Mothman. The Mothman is a giant, dark, human-sized bird that flies around and terrorizes locals throughout the night. The legend started many years ago back in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, when many sightings of this supposed cryptid occurred. Reports of a human-sized, demon-looking bird were scattered throughout the entire region of West Virginia. Sightings of this supposed creature still happen pretty frequently, and that's why people still choose to believe in the Mothman. Could that be exactly what this video here depicts, or is it just a hoax? The following video takes place somewhere out in the woods. A hunter was in the middle of a hunting expedition when he decided to sit down and call out like a wolf. He began making pretty realistic howling noises, but what happens next is truly chilling.
Just saw one.
What sounds like a massive pack of coyotes is heard barking and howling back at him. And this encounter gets even more terrifying when we see multiple coyotes rushing towards him. Imagining yourself in the shoes of the hunter is what makes this footage deeply terrifying. You're all alone in the woods and this happens. The footage cuts off and not too much was known, but I assume the hunter made it out of there safe because he was able to publish this video. Definitely some very chilling stuff. This chilling encounter took place in Cabo Cave, Mexico. Take a look. An onlooker noticed something strange off in the distance near the cave entrance, so he zoomed in with his phone and that's what he caught. A strange, tall man is seen. And when we zoom in and take a look at it in infrared, it really makes it apparent how massive this human is. The cave entrance definitely goes down at least a few feet, so this man has to be freakishly tall. Many are saying this is a real-life giant that resides within the cave. Nobody knows how or why he's there, but apparently he is. And there have also been other similar reports near this area in Mexico as well. People claim to see a giant up in the mountains. Other than that, not much is known behind the video, but what is known is that it's very scary. The following video takes place in Oregon. It was posted to TikTok on August 12th, 2023. The caption of the video reads, "Guy goes missing in Oregon and this is the last thing he caught on camera." He wakes up in the late hours of the night to something outside of his tent.
Something's right outside the tent. There's something right outside the tent.
He thinks it's just someone kicking rocks around outside. He stays in his tent for a while until he gathers the courage to go confront whoever or whatever is outside. He exits the tent and walks around. Suddenly, a pale creature appears and just stands there in the middle of the path. And this is where the video cuts off. According to Clark Payne, the uploader of this video, the man is still missing. It's unknown what exactly happened to him and what the heck he captured on camera. Was that strange, pale, humanoid creature responsible for his disappearance? Some say this was a skinwalker. Skinwalkers are malevolent, shape-shifting spirits that are known to reside deep in the woods. Their objectives are to lure their victims deeper and deeper into the woods, until they eventually terrorize them. Definitely some very horrifying footage. The following video was taken by locals in Colombia, and it was later released to the public by news outlet Express. The locals were walking around the remote wilderness, minding their own business, when suddenly some strange, otherworldly cries began to ring out. These cries were so loud and out of place that it caused them to look up into the trees, and they immediately found the source. Here's what they saw. A ghostly woman is seen on top of the tree emitting these strange cries. It's hard to see, but she appears to be in some sort of dress or gown. And the tree she's in has to be at least 100 feet tall, and she's somehow perched directly on top of it. Something that would be almost impossible for a human to do. The locals had one standalone theory. They thought that it was the infamous spirit Llorona. According to the YouTuber Slaptham, the legend of the Llorona comes from the nearby area. She is supposedly the malevolent spirit of a mother who drowned her children and then took her own life. Because of the tragic incident, her spirit lives on in the location of her children's deaths. And allegedly, this evil ghost goes on hunts for more children victims. She tries to lure them into nearby waters so she can drown them as well. This being said, is this really Llorona caught on camera? Let me know what you think in the comments. This video has been going viral recently and it's just downright disturbing. It was posted on September 16th, 2023. The video depicts a man behaving very strangely. The way his eyes are glowing is deeply unsettling. As I've said before, humans' eyes do not produce eye shine, so for his eyes to be glowing like this is an anomaly. It's normally a trait found in nocturnal animals. The most believed theory is that the man has rabies, a disease usually found within wild animals that can affect humans as well. As the disease progresses, the infected person may experience hallucinations, delirium, and aggressive and abnormal behaviors. Could this be a human with a bad case of the rabies? Some online users are leaning more towards the paranormal realm for an explanation. Some suspect that he's a skinwalker. A skinwalker is a shape-shifting witch spirit that can take the form of animals and humans. Skinwalkers behave very weirdly, just like the man in the video. And could that be why his eyes are glowing? Either way, rabies or skinwalker, one thing's for sure, this video is deeply disturbing. Now the following footage here creeped me out and I'm sure it will creep you out as well. In the video, a group of guys go out exploring in the very late hours of the night. They ventured deeper and deeper into the woods and they filmed their whole experience. But shortly after the start of their expedition, they began experiencing strange events. They thought they saw an orb and they began discussing it, but as they talked, something strange happened.
I don't know, mate. What was that? What was that?
What sounds like a pig squealing is heard in the background.
I don't know, mate.
They were frightened by this and began joking about how there's probably a pig nearby, but then this happens.
I don't know.
Yes, a pig was nearby, but not the type of pig they thought. This was some half pig, half human creature. It lunges at them and attempts to attack them, but they run away in horror, all while the creature continues to follow them.
What is that?
People are calling this a Pigman sighting. The Pigman was supposedly a butcher that would cut up pigs, all while wearing a creepy pig mask, until he ultimately met his fate. He was killed and eaten by the pigs that he was slaughtering. Even though he was killed, the ghostly spirit of the Pigman is said to still live on deep in the depths of the woods. Could this footage here be a real encounter of the Pigman? Or is it simply just a hoax? The following unexplainable photos were taken by a mother named Jessica Jones Elbert. Her children were out running around playing in her backyard, and she wanted to capture the moment, so she took out her phone and began snapping pictures of them playing. But when she looked back at some of the photos, she was absolutely shocked at what she was seeing. There before her very eyes is what looks like the ghostly spirit of a young child. Her son is seen looking at the camera, and in the background, a shadowy child figure is seen. But this gets way more scary and even more convincing as we take a look at the next photo she took. Seen here are two children playing in the foreground, but when we look in the background we see, once again, what looks like a child ghost lurking. Jessica recalls that she was 100% certain that there were no other children nearby, just her two children playing. Some suspect that this could have been the spirit of a child who lived in the home previously, and he died there. Very eerie for sure. Taking a look at some mysterious footage. It was apparently taken by a man named Harley Hoffman. It happened somewhere in British Columbia. Take a look as the footage shows a pretty clear video of what looks like Bigfoot walking through the woods. It's pretty clear and easy to see. It looks exactly like what a Bigfoot is supposed to look like. Long black hair, tall and wide, the evidence is pretty compelling. Let's replay it again. Taking a look at a quick but scary clip captured on a trail cam. The footage initially appears normal, well, normal enough, showing a deer and a skunk roaming around the woods. Maybe they were friends or something. But anyways, watch as the unexpected happens. Boom! Out of nowhere jumps a large cat, maybe a cougar or bobcat, and it lands right on the deer, attempting to attack it. The deer struggles and tries to get away, but sadly it most likely didn't. These cats are some of the most fierce predators in all of the wild. They are cunning, stealthy, and have immense speed, and their attacks are calculated. They wait for the perfect moment and pounce when the prey least expects it, and that's why these cats are so dangerous. But what a crazy trail cam capture, not something that's captured very often. This crazy video was released on October 12th, so literally a couple days ago. The video has been trending on Twitter and has amassed over 20 million views, and people are puzzled. A married couple, Stetson and Shannon Parker, were on a romantic getaway in Colorado celebrating their 10-year anniversary. They were on a train located between Silverton and Durango, two cities in southwestern Colorado, when they looked out and spotted this.
An elusive creature. Alright, just squat it down. Yeah, let me see your camera, I'll do it.
They saw a strange Sasquatch-like creature sneaking through the nearby brush. So the husband got out his phone and took that video. Shannon writes in her Facebook post, "As we're slowly passing by the mountains, Stetson sees something moving and then says, 'I think it's Bigfoot.'" The couple and most online viewers believe this really was the elusive Bigfoot. I mean, it looks just like what Bigfoot is said to look like, and it's even attempting to hide and blend in with the surrounding brush, not wanting to be seen by the public. Skeptics say it could just simply be a man in a costume, because judging by the video, it looks to be a similar size of a human, but the couple and other people who witnessed it in real time concur. They say they think it was about 7 feet or taller, which is a lot taller than the average human. Shannon was later interviewed by the New York Post, where she said, "If you asked us before our trip, we could have said maybe Bigfoot is real, but now we are convinced." Shannon also snapped a few photos of the being as they drove by as well. I find this particular encounter very interesting because of the amount of substantial evidence. It definitely leaves you and I with very many unanswered questions. This trail cam capture here is very creepy. It was taken on September 16th, 2023. A man has a trail camera mounted deep in the woods. It's one of those picture trail cams that snap photos when motion is detected rather than videos. One night he decided to look through his various captures and he found one that stood out from the others. This photo shows 2 glowing eyes in the background. He was puzzled by this and wanted to know further, so he downloaded the picture to his iPhone. Once it was on his iPhone, he upped the brightness to see if he could see what it was, and the results were shocking. You can see as he increases the brightness, a humanoid figure is seen. Whatever this thing is, it definitely doesn't look like it's from this planet. With its eyes aglow and its faint silhouette, it's deeply disturbing. The trail cam owner and most believe it was something paranormal, maybe a ghost or a shapeshifter. Some even speculate the possibility of an extraterrestrial being. But regardless of what theory is correct, the trail cam owner is very scared. And I think it's safe to say that he'll probably stay out of those woods for a while. The following disturbing video here was posted on October 2nd, 2023. A jogger was going for a run through the woods. The jog started out normal, just like any other run. He ran along and enjoyed his surroundings in the nice October air, when suddenly he was interrupted by something strange blocking his path. At first the runner thought maybe it was a black bear or a dog or something like that, so he stops and stays back. He zooms in on the creature and you won't believe what happens next. The creature turns and almost stands up, and that's when the video cuts off. It's now obvious that this is not any dog or bear. It appears to be some sort of horned creature, and this thing is jet black, adding to its eerie look. People online are at a loss for words. They don't really know what this creature could be. All I can say is it definitely looks demonic and scary, and if I saw something like this in the woods, I would run out of there as quick as I could. And it's unknown what happened to the jogger after the video stopped, but he must have escaped, considering this video made it out. But anyways, definitely a shocking encounter. A couple had just bought a house in the woods. It seems to be very remote, and they seem to not have any neighbors or anybody living nearby. They're the only ones out there. And it didn't take long after purchasing said home until strange happenings began to occur around their land and house. It started off with them finding an unusual footprint in the mud nearby. They also ended up setting up trail cameras to monitor the nearby area and to make sure they're safe, and also to capture animals. But one night, one of their trail cameras would capture something very odd. This trail camera placed near a small stream shows a faint silhouette. You can see its legs, body, and then what looks like its head and eyes. It's obviously really hard to see, so it's not 100% certain what it is. It could have been a person maybe, but most think it looks like Bigfoot, judging by the size, width, and just the overall build of the creature. Along with this being, two strange whitish orbs are seen as well. One on the left and one on the right. As you know, orbs are commonly associated with paranormal activity. With all of these strange happenings, the footprint, the creature, and the orbs, can we come to the conclusion that something supernatural is at work out there? Is there some unknown entity stalking the homeowners? What do you guys think? Now just a little warning before I show this clip, it's pretty gruesome. It's of a snake eating an alligator, so if you don't want to see anything like that, you can go ahead and skip past to the next clip, but here it is anyways. Snakes and alligators, both very fierce predators. But what happens when they clash? You would think that the alligator would win, right? But not in this case. We can see in this video as a massive constrictor snake took down an alligator and is now consuming it. That's just so gross to watch, but it's just a very interesting piece of footage. It's crazy how snakes can eat such big animals like that. Once the animals are consumed whole, the snake's very powerful stomach acid will dissolve it quickly. So this snake here would fully digest this alligator in probably a couple days. Even though this is very disturbing, it's also very fascinating. Things like this happen in the wild almost every day, and it's very crazy to think about. And I'm not a snake expert, but the snake in this video, I'm guessing it's either an anaconda, a boa, or a python. If you know, let me know in the comments which one it is. On to the next. On September 11th, Olivia Twist Mysteries would upload a very creepy video to TikTok. A home security camera near a rural home would capture a very strange phenomenon. The video starts showing the homeowner's dog looking intently out into the distance. He's obviously on edge. He then begins to bark. Then something runs by. Is that a pair of legs? People are saying that these are disembodied legs running by. And we can tell it's really there because the dog sees it as well, and he reacts. How could this be explained? Many think it was a ghostly apparition. Some commenters are saying that this is some very, very compelling evidence of the paranormal. But skeptics call out that it could have been a camera glitch. But this camera seems pretty high quality, and it doesn't seem like it would be capable to glitch like that. I don't know, what do you guys think? Is this a real ghost caught on camera? Let me know in the comments. The following video takes place in a dense forest. A person was walking around the woods and filming their adventure. After a while of walking through said forest, he comes across something peculiar. It's some sort of makeshift shelter. He moves in closer and gets a better look. As he investigates, he begins to hear eerie noises coming from the distance. And he felt as if he were in danger, so this is when he decided to flee. But when he turns around, to his absolute horror, he spots something. Within the trees is some sort of creature. Let's take a closer look. It almost appears as if this massive being is wearing a cloak of some sort, but some think it looks like Bigfoot. However, most viewers speculate that it was a skinwalker or a shapeshifter, a spirit that can take the form of humans and animals and resides deep in the forest. Maybe this land was previously cursed and that's why the being is there. Anyways, the hiker quickly fled the forest after this encounter for obvious reasons. He didn't know what it was and he didn't want to find out. This video was taken on September 25th, 2023. A group of security guards were patrolling a nearby abandoned building. The building is reportedly not in use and it's locked up and guarded, so it's practically impossible for anyone to get in. But to the security guards' horrors, they looked up and saw this.
The lights are...
And I can't see, like, nothing.
The lights are off right now. Oh, it just moved. It just moved.
No, it did
It just moved.
There's a shadow in the window, and at first it just looks like a shadow, but then it moves. Spooked, they called for backup and some of the security guards began entering the building. But as this is happening, the security guard located outside spots 2 more human shadows.
Security.
Did you throw that? Something just threw across the room.
I'm outside the door. I don't have access to that unit.
Then suddenly something comes flying through the room and breaks the window. You can hear via the walkie-talkie that the other security guard did not throw the item. The encounter goes on for quite a long time, and these 2 shadows never move a muscle. The security guards and mostly everybody else think that they were dealing with something paranormal. The security guards still don't know what to make of it, as they never found anyone hiding inside the building. An Australian man took a normal trip to the laundromat very early in the morning, as he does frequently. It started out normal until he looked up in the sky and saw something strange. It happened specifically in Brisbane, Australia.
It's been up there for the past half an hour. It's extremely high. It's way too high for a drone to sit. It's just sitting up there, pulsating random colours. And it's been there for the past half an hour that I've been sitting here at the laundromat.
You can tell the man is very puzzled by what he is seeing. A strange ball of light is seen completely stationary way up in the sky, but it's continuously changing colors. Now it's obvious that this is not a star or planet because they do not change colors like that. And it's obviously not any kind of aircraft that we know because it's not moving at all. The man finished the video off with the quotes, "I don't know about this world, bro." And I can definitely agree with him on that one. Definitely some footage that raises lots of questions. If you guys have any ideas as to what this could be, let us know in the comments down below. This video here was captured only a week ago by a man named Mark. He was out driving around and he looked up in the sky and was shocked at what he was seeing. He pulled over to the side of the road and took this video.
Hey, listen, yo, check this out, yo. I see something in the sky, yo. I'm telling you, no BS, man. This is right here in the middle of the road. This thing turning. What the?
A strange 3 lights are seen flying through the sky. They rotate in a strange pattern. It's not like any flying device that we've ever seen here on Earth. And what makes this even more convincing is the fact that this is his only video like this on his TikTok account, leading me to believe that he wasn't doing this for clout. And his reaction does seem very, very genuine. Mark thinks that this was a real UFO. With all of the strange UFO and alien videos coming out recently, some are beginning to think that the aliens are coming. But what do you think? This video came up on my TikTok the other day and it shocked me, literally. You'll see what I mean in a minute, but a man by the username Forrest Galanti was out in the forest. He films all kinds of outdoor content, mostly stuff with crazy wild animals. But on this day, he would have an encounter with a different kind of nature, Mother Nature.
You cannot live without. One of those is a GPS. Doesn't matter where you go in the world, you should have a bulky handheld one. And I got hit. I felt it, yeah.
My man practically got struck by lightning while filming a gear review. This happened on September 25th, so literally just the other day, and he actually felt the shock of the lightning. But it appears he didn't get struck directly. It seems it struck the water and the current traveled to him through the water. This is a very lucky man. He could have been seriously injured or even killed by this lightning. And this is exactly why it's never a good idea to go in any kind of water during a lightning storm.
But I got hit. That hurt. Really hurt, actually. Come sit down. Oh, did you get hit?
Felt it in my heart a little bit.
I did. I feel it in my butt.
The fact that they even caught this on camera is insane. Even though it was a scary and probably scarring experience, the memory will live on forever through this very video. Taking a look at an unexplainable creature caught on camera. A man was walking along the bank of a lake when he looked down and spotted something strange. Check it out. Many are calling this the Loch Ness Monster, however others are not too sure. Some hypothesize that it's a whale of some sort. But how can a whale be this close to shore and in this shallow of water? The size of the beast is massive. It only slightly emerges from the water, showing us that it's even larger than we think. If you don't know, the Loch Ness Monster is a massive water monster hailing from Scotland. Many people are on the lookout for this being and claim that it's real. Sightings of the so-called Loch Ness Monster happen quite often actually, making people believe even more. Do you believe in the Loch Ness Monster? Let me know in the comments. This clip was posted to TikTok by Sharing Alaska on August 2nd, 2023. The footage seems innocent enough, right? Just a man playing around with his two dogs. But what happens next you won't expect at all. Suddenly, out of nowhere, an absolutely massive moose comes charging at the man. Luckily, he was able to move out of the way and also call his dogs inside. They ran inside and eventually the moose left the property. Moose are very dangerous animals. They can stand up to over 6 feet tall and can weigh up to a whopping 1,600 pounds. These things are absolute tanks. If you get trampled by a moose, you would probably not live on to tell the tale. Also, fun fact, the biggest moose ever recorded stood at a whopping 7.6 feet tall. That's as tall as Yao Ming. But anyways, moose can be very aggressive and territorial, so it's best to steer clear of these animals. In this video, a man was out doing some mushroom picking. He journeyed out into the woods and began venturing deeper and deeper to try to find mushrooms. He finally comes across a good mushroom and begins to talk about it when the scariest thing ever happens.
And there's one over here. Looks like it's holding some water. Huh?
Some horrifying, blood-curdling scream erupts through the forest. It's unknown what type of animal could even make these otherworldly cries. Despite finding a nice mushroom, he quickly flees the woods, leaving it behind.
I think it's time to go.
Online users began cooking up some theories. These cries just sound so otherworldly that people began to speculate that it was some sort of cryptid, which is a creature that has no firm evidence of its existence, like Bigfoot and the Rake and skinwalkers, etc. Lots of comments pointed towards Bigfoot. Let's hear it again.
Huh?
All I know is if I was in the woods and I heard something like this, I'm getting the heck out of there as fast as I can. Taking a look at a video clip coming from a woman named Lainey. Like some of these other clips, it seems like an innocent video at first. Just a woman filming her chicken on a rainy day. But it's what's seen in the background that has completely shocked the internet. If you look closely, something flies through the air at a crazy fast speed. This is an unidentified flying object. Lainey also mentioned that the closest airport to where she lives is over 20 miles away, so this probably couldn't have been a plane or anything going to the airport. So what could it be then? Some suspect it's an alien spacecraft, especially because of the speed it flies past, but others are not so sure. But one thing is for sure, this video does raise lots of questions. A man was out on a hike in the middle of the day. After a while of hiking, he reached a clearing where he began to hear some strange otherworldly noises. So he pulled out his camera and began filming when suddenly something appears in the distance. Many are calling this a Bigfoot sighting. The creature appears much wider and taller than the average human, and it's hard to make out, but when we zoom in, we can kind of see that it looks like it's covered in hair. The caption of the video reads, "Stop believing in Bigfoot, watch this." Because the video is so quick and not much background information is known, it's hard to say for certain if it's real or fake. But it appears it was taken somewhere in rural America. Definitely a piece of footage that will leave us with unanswered questions. Taking a look at a video of some creepy creatures, but not like the other creepy creatures in this video. These creatures are turkeys. And before you say they're not creepy, wait till you watch this clip. The way the last turkey stares into the camera is disturbing. Its eyes are so black and hollow. Just a creepy looking animal. But I was scrolling through TikTok when I found this clip and I was like, yeah, I should include it. Obviously it's not too creepy, but I'm sure some of you will find it pretty scary. Just imagine a group of wild turkeys chasing you and trying to peck out your eyes. Now it's said that some birds actually try to peck at humans' eyes for some reason, and that's just a scary thought. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this short clip. Now this video here is horrifying. I'll just let the footage speak for itself. The caption of the video reads, "Man finds giant hissing alligator in his sewer drain." Now this is a scary encounter. This alligator means business, and you can tell by his hissing and growling sounds he's making. He's not messing around. But how the heck he got stuck in that drain is unknown. All I know is it's going to be practically impossible to remove him from the drain. I'm sure some wildlife professionals were called in and they successfully relocated the alligator. Capturing and relocating an alligator is a very dangerous and tedious process. You risk your life every time you go near one of these animals. I've always been very interested in alligators though, and I think they're very fascinating animals. And they have the strongest bite in the world as well, and that's crazy. I've only seen a few alligators in real life before, but I would like to see more. But just not too close because I'm not trying to get eaten. But back to the topic of the clip, what would you guys rather have in your sewer? A massive and highly aggressive alligator, or Pennywise the Clown? Let me know in the comments down below. Here's today's bonus clip. Take a look at what this trail camera captured. This video was taken at approximately 8:15 on January 31st by a Wild Game Innovations trail cam, posted deep in the woods. Let me know what you guys think this strange orb is. Some people think it's paranormal, others think it's a glitch, others don't know. So let me know. This video is a little bit older but has not been seen by many. It takes place in February of 2011. A family is doing a little target practice in a clearing in the remote forest. As you can see, the father is showing his son how to aim the rifle. The wife who posted the video also said that there was a helicopter circling them the entire time. She thought that the helicopter could be circling them because they saw that they were shooting in the field, but she quickly realized that the helicopter was not after them. The son then fires the rifle at the target. The father then takes the firearm from him and begins clapping excitedly. As this is happening, something strange is going on in the background. The family then spots an unknown figure running very far in the distance. The unknown being sprints by and then hides behind some vegetation, attempting to go unseen. However, the creature was seen. Many people that have seen the video have said that the government could have been on a covert mission hunting Bigfoot. The creature also appeared to be much larger and taller than the average human. This footage will definitely make you question if there really are unknown creatures lurking out in the forests. Now this video here is crazy. A few people were out on a hike through some remote woods when they came across a clearing. They spotted a deer off to the left and then looked over to the right and quickly spotted a mountain lion stalking down the path.
I'm not taking my eyes off this guy.
The videographers don't seem to care one bit that they're so close to such a violent and deadly animal. They're just loving the show. The mountain lion slowly approaches until finally it goes in for the attack on the deer.
He's getting ready to pounce.
It pounces and swiftly sprints towards the deer and tries to attack. It's unknown if the attack was successful because you can't see it in the video, but holy crap, these animals are quick. The way it leaps into a full sprint is crazy. Us humans would never stand a chance trying to outrun one of these cats. Just a really scary and rare capture. Taking a look at a creepy and puzzling trail cam photo. There's a deer on the left, and then on the right is some unknown creature. Now what the heck is this creature? It has glowing eyes and almost a bear-like body, but it definitely is not a bear. People have been struggling to come up with an explanation for this one. It also has dark fur and has no tail. Some say it looks like a giant otter or something. Because of how much people struggled to identify this being, commenters began to lean more into the paranormal for an explanation. Skinwalkers were a popular topic with this one. Skinwalkers are known to take the forms of animals, but when they do so, something seems off. They can't act and look exactly like the animal they're trying to mimic. So could this be what's happening here? Or could it just simply be an undiscovered species of animal? Like an otter mixed with a bear or something like that. It's most likely just some strange looking animal. Taken on July 5th, 2022 by Browning Trail Cameras on YouTube, this video shows a massive predator stumbling across a trail cam. A huge brown bear comes slowly walking by. This close-up footage really allows us to appreciate the massive size of these animals. Just look at this absolute beast of a specimen. Humans would never stand a chance against a bear this size, and it looks pretty rough too. Looks like it has a few cuts and scars, but it looks like he came out on top in any fight he's ever been in. Let's watch this footage one more time and then move on to the next clip. This video here is very mysterious, and I'll just let the footage speak for itself. As you can see far in the distance amidst the fog, there appears to be some tentacles. It looks like a giant octopus or something moving around. Not much is known like where the footage took place and such, but it's still eerie. Viewers think this was a creature called the Kraken. The Kraken is a legendary sea monster. It's an absolutely massive squid-like monster that is said to reside in the sea between Iceland and Norway. The legend first came about in 1700. The Kraken is a cephalopod-like creature that is said to destroy, sink, and drag ships around with its tentacles. Many sailors report having encounters with this creature, but it's said that most who have seen the Kraken have not lived on to tell the tale. But obviously this is just a legend, so it's unknown if it's entirely true. But could this have been a real sighting of the Kraken? Let me know. The following video comes from Viral Hog and Overwatch Security. It was taken by a police body cam and showcases a very strange event. At the start of the video you can see as a man is sitting on the bench by the beach minding his own business. Until out of nowhere something happens in the sky and the body camera captures it perfectly. A bright beam of light pierces through the sky. This man initially thought he was going to have a normal and peaceful evening at the beach, but boy was he wrong. Once again, like in most of these clips, everybody is perplexed. Some think that it could have just been something normal like a meteor or something from space. But I personally have never seen a comet or something from space that looks like this. I mean, this just looked like a full-on rocket blasting into Earth's atmosphere. Considering all of this is why a lot of people believe it was something extraterrestrial. Maybe a UFO or alien spacecraft crashing into the ocean. Because the light appears so foreign and out of this world and is nothing like we've ever seen here on Earth, these theories aren't too far-fetched. In this world, we'd like to have explanations for everything, like why did this happen or how did this happen, but sadly, as much as we want explanations, some things will just always remain unexplained. And this piece of footage here is one of those things that will just always remain unexplained. Now I came across this really strange video on TikTok and I knew I had to share it with you guys. This apparently happened in the middle of a desert where there's no running water for miles. Yet somehow a massive river of fish appeared and formed what looks like their own river of water. This phenomenon is very, very puzzling, and people still don't know how it happened to this day. This happened back in 2022, and people are still baffled. People in the area began recording this, and you can hear the shock in their voices. They can't believe what they're seeing. Some speculate that it was some sort of plague showing signs of Jesus' return, and I personally don't know what the heck could have caused this. It's very, very strange. This clip was posted by Killer Clown's TikTok on February 19th, 2023. Some teenagers were going for a late night drive. They shined their flashlight into the field as they drove by, and this is what they saw.
Wait, stop right there. What is it? Is it a buck? What is that? Dude, that's a... Dude, go.
All of a sudden, a humanoid creature appears and begins running quickly towards them. Many people think this is the infamous cryptid called the Rake. The Rake is a supposed creature that lurks in the depths of the forest and woods and terrorizes and stalks humans. They were given the name the Rake because they have long, sharp claws and try to rake and scratch at their prey. Obviously, it's unknown if the Rake is real, and that's why it's called a cryptid, a creature with no firm evidence of its existence. People began to think that this is just a hoax and that it is just a man in a costume. However, if you slow the footage down and freeze it, the body looks different than a human's. The arms look freakishly long, and it just doesn't appear to have the same features as a human, which makes others believe this is not a hoax. Let me know in the comments if you think the Rake is real. Taking a look at a crazy video coming from the YouTube channel Trail Camera Dad. The video looks innocent enough, showing a group of elk roaming around, but we quickly find out that it's not quite as innocent as we think. The moods of the elk change drastically within seconds. Suddenly they're on edge and they know something's wrong, and they were right. Out jumps a cougar. It sprints past and appears to get one of the elk just outside of the camera angle. It's unknown if the cougar successfully captured the elk, but the odds are it probably did. Just a really crazy capture that makes you realize the harsh reality of the wild. Animals kill each other every single day, and crazy stuff like this happens in the wild every single day as well. It's just very scary to think about. And just imagine it was you in this position. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed today's trail cam captures. The following video was taken in Wessex, Britain by a traffic camera. The camera is located on a local highway. Now, authorities capture all kinds of weird and crazy things on these cameras, from wildlife running by to car crashes and much more. But what was captured in this video remains a mystery. You can see as what looks like maybe a dog or something runs by. However, when we zoom in and take a closer look, it becomes clear that this is not a dog at all. This unidentified creature's legs are bending inward with every stride, and it almost looks humanoid shaped. And it moves unnaturally fast. No one has really been able to come up with a good explanation as to what this creature was. And what's weird is at first glance, nobody would really question the footage. It's when we zoom in and really take a close look at this being that we really realize what we're dealing with. Some believe it's a shapeshifter or something paranormal. Maybe a skinwalker. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. In Ukraine in 2015 at around 4:30 in the morning, a man was driving alone down a dark and desolate road. It seems to take place practically in the middle of nowhere. He was driving until suddenly he was forced to slam on his brakes because someone or something was blocking his path. He rounds the corner and boom, standing there is something straight out of a horror movie. A ghostly woman in an all-white dress or gown appears. She stands motionless until she falls down and disappears through the ground. The man speeds away, getting the heck out of that area and back onto the main roads. Allegedly, this road here is rumored to be haunted. Numerous encounters of a strange woman in white have been reported. Nobody knows how or why the woman is on this road, but apparently she is. Some suspect she was killed on this road. Maybe she was hit by a car or died in a car accident, but maybe that's why she resides here. But anyways, just some very creepy footage. Some suspect the footage is staged, but the driver claims it was all too real. Taking a look at another dashcam clip coming from a trucker. This strange and creepy incident occurred at 1:30 in the morning on a desolate road in Louisiana. The truck driver in particular took a path that most truckers try everything in their power to avoid. They steer clear from this specific road because of its superstitious legends. This very road here is said to be cursed. Many drivers are involved in accidents on this road, but the very high number of accidents is not the scariest part. Countless amounts of strange sightings and encounters occur as well. Drivers report seeing shadowy figures along the sides of the roads. So as this trucker drove by, he paid close attention to his surroundings and was on the lookout, when suddenly he sees this. And it appears the camera picked it up as well. A pale woman or something acting like a woman is seen on the side of the road squatting down. The being looks at the driver and lifts its hand in a strange manner. The way it moves its hand seems weird. Something looks off about it. Considering that he was in the middle of nowhere and it was 1:30 in the morning, and by the way this thing looks, most believe it was not a human, rather a skinwalker. A skinwalker is a shape-shifting witch spirit that can mimic humans and animals. And this video here is exactly what a skinwalker is said to look like. After the video was released, no new information was ever brought to the public, leaving us perplexed. This photo was taken by a doorbell security camera that snaps photos instead of taking videos. Kinda similar to a trail cam. A man who goes by the online username of JR Meshach captured the deeply disturbing photo after movement was detected on his security camera. Here's the photo. JR captioned the video, "Alien or Skinwalker caught on my security camera in Alabama." And this is his only scary video like this that was ever posted on his account, which causes me to believe that he's not just doing this for publicity. But as we can see, the photo captured on August 25th, 2022 shows a pale, skinny humanoid creature. As we zoom in closer, the features are more pronounced, and it does almost look like an alien. What the heck could this thing be? Many are leaning towards skinwalkers, aliens, and cryptids as the leading theories. Despite these theories, the homeowner has absolutely no idea what to make of this capture. And I certainly have no idea what to make of it either. Let me know your guys' theories in the comments down below. This is another photo captured taken by a home security camera. It occurred in Albuquerque, New Mexico on June 12th, 2021. The camera captured a series of 3 different photos, the first 2 showing nothing but the backyard. But then on the 3rd capture, some strange alien-looking being is seen. It appears to be running by at a quick speed. And when we zoom in and take a closer look, the head definitely looks larger than a human's head. It looks very alien-like. The homeowner was puzzled when he looked back at this capture and saw this. He says he had never really seen anything like it before. Skeptics rely on the theory that it was just a person in a costume running by. But others don't really think this is the case. With all the recent alien sightings and court hearings, aliens are becoming a more popular topic. From real UFO videos from the government and to the supposed alien corpses they just recently brought into Mexico's Congress at the UFO court hearing, many more people are beginning to believe in aliens. It's definitely an interesting topic. Do you believe in aliens? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you're afraid of snakes, this will definitely not be your favorite clip. A snake hunter is seen in the video searching around and hunting for snakes, until eventually he stumbles across this. This is a nest of cobras. Cobras are highly venomous snakes and you definitely don't want to mess with them. And then later on, after this find, the man continues on hunting and comes across another shocking find. He wanders deeper into the remote forest and somehow knows that something was in this tree. He opens up the tree and more cobras are seen nesting up just like in the other one in the ground. This is odd behavior from snakes. I personally have never seen any type of snake nest up inside of a tree before. But I guess if you think about it, it is a pretty good nesting spot because no other predator is going to guess that they're in there. Even though snakes are scary and very dangerous, I've always found them very fascinating. Probably for that reason, honestly. But luckily, I have personally never came across a venomous snake before. But if I ever do, you know that I'll film it and I'll include it in a video. The following video may unlock a new fear. A lone explorer was hiking out in the woods looking for snakes as he does time to time. He walks through the woods and films his experience. This day, however, started off normal, but would take a horrifying turn for the worst.
Ah! Oh, no. Not good. Not good at all. Not good at all.
He walks along and suddenly feels an intense stinging pain on his leg. He looks down and to his horror, a copperhead snake is sitting right there on the path and it had just bit him. Copperheads are very venomous and could seriously harm a human. Watch what happens next.
Breathe deeply. Stay calm.
Gotcha.
Don't let him have anything to eat or drink. It might make him difficult further problems. Just let him rest in the most comfortable.
Park rangers come out and capture the snake and call 911. He was then rushed to the hospital and quickly evaluated, and it was determined that he had a dry bite. A dry bite is where a venomous snake bites you, but the venom doesn't get inside. Because the bite was quick and it didn't get a good grasp on his leg, this didn't allow any venom into his system. This guy was very lucky, and many people in his position do not turn out so lucky. And the rangers told him that he was the first person to be bit by a venomous snake in that park in over 25 years. I was scrolling through TikTok the other day and this odd video came up and I decided I had to share it with you guys. Posted to TikTok on September 2nd by McCaffra, the video shows a strange phenomenon you've probably never seen before. Now, I'm not too sure what this even is, but it looks like some sort of electric ball of energy just floating around the tracks. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments. But it's definitely very fascinating, but scary. Imagine this electric energy comes in contact with a person. I don't know what would happen, but it definitely wouldn't be anything good. An older-looking man is seen approaching her house and peering into her bedroom window, watching her sleep. The man was clearly stalking her. This was enough to cause her to call the police. Officers and detectives, after doing extensive research, were able to locate and trace the vehicle that was at her house that night. The vehicle belonged to a man named Robert Cecina, who was a very trusted executive that belonged to the company 3M. He was the global key account vice president at the company. Upon the police finding this information, they were able to point out that Robert from the LinkedIn profile resembles the man from the security footage. Authorities eventually reached out to Robert, but he denied having any involvement. Authorities ended up interviewing witnesses in the neighborhood, and they gathered enough information to conclude that it was indeed Robert Cecina in the security camera footage. In turn, he was charged with felony stalking, ultimately causing him to lose his job at the 3M company. Now this right here is a great example of why you should never judge a book by its cover, because seemingly normal people can be a lot less normal than you think. Here is a bonus clip that I took the other night on September 21st, 2023. My family and I were outside just enjoying the nice weather, and it was around 10 p.m. when I looked up into the sky and I saw something strange flying over, and I took this video. Check it out.
Dude, that is so cool.
Is it planes or like?
No, it's a satellite.
It's the aliens.
I think it's.
And it's hitting the star.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
You can hear me talk about aliens, but the truth is, it's actually not as scary as you may think. This was actually the new Starlink technology that orbits the Earth. It's really cool that we can actually see it from Earth. It's new technology created by Elon Musk's SpaceX team. What they are exactly are satellites that give off cell service for our phones. They are estimating that after 2023, mobile phone service will be available practically everywhere across the globe. How it works exactly are these small satellites are in low Earth orbit, and they communicate with designated ground transceivers, and this is how the cellular service is created. And I think it's crazy that there's new technology coming out like this. And luckily I knew exactly what it was when I looked up in the sky, because I definitely would have thought it was a UFO or an alien or something. But I thought I'd share it with you guys. I hope you all enjoyed the clips. Now, if you're not a fan of spiders, this won't be your favorite video. Some girls found a massive spider in their bedroom and they decided to try to capture it.
Oh, you got it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, now what?
They successfully trap it in a plastic bin, but just when they think they got it, this happens.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, I think we've all been there trying to catch or kill spiders inside your home. But a spider that big, I don't think we've all been there. After the video, the spider probably ran and hid somewhere, and it was probably very hard to locate it. Just a scary position to be in. And as I watch the video, I can't really tell what kind of spider it is. Let me know in the comments if you can tell. On to the next. Now this video especially freaks me out because I hate flying in planes, especially when it's windy and there's a bunch of turbulence. But this here would be a whole new level of turbulence.
Holy shit, what do we do?
From inside of the airport, a small tornado can be seen forming right outside. This happened at the Chicago Midway International Airport on May 31st, 2023. I'm sure all of the flights were delayed at the time because of this. But this reminds me of last spring when my family went on vacation to Florida and they were flying back home, but on the same day there happened to be a very intense windstorm. There were gusts of wind up to like 50 miles per hour and there were trees and power lines down everywhere. And they had to fly home in that weather. And I wasn't on the plane luckily, but I live near the airport, so I saw them fly over the house and the plane was just rocking back and forth and you could see it just blowing in the wind. Now, if you can see a huge plane rocking back and forth flying through the air, that has to be some very intense wind. But luckily, the pilot did an amazing job and landed the plane successfully despite the very high winds. My family said the descent was super rough and very turbulent, and it was a very scary experience. But anyways, enough about my personal experiences and on to the next clip. Now this video here is shocking, but it's more cool than scary. Posted to TikTok by Element of ZZZ, the quick video shows them at a burn site. A building had caught fire and burned down, but you won't believe what they found inside.
Bro, out of this whole burnt, come on, bro. This Bible is not.
Nah, bro. Nah.
That's God. Look around, bro.
Nah, bro.
Untouched. No. Everything is completely burned down, but somehow this Bible was left completely untouched. They were very puzzled and shocked by their finding, and the guy kept saying, "That's God."
Crazy. I got goosebumps, bro. I just did too. No cap, bro. That's God, bro.
But honestly, how else could you explain such a mysterious event? Definitely a very cool and mysterious encounter. This video is completely unexplainable. A man and his young son were staying at what appears to be a hotel or apartment. The father had to take out the trash and he decided to bring his son with him. But as they were on their way, they stopped at an old-looking mirror at the end of the hallway. And you won't believe what happens next.
I was taking the trash out with my son and he kept pointing at the mirror and waving and I didn't know why. So I pulled the camera out and I can't believe I caught this.
As you can see, some sort of shadowy face appears in the mirror after the son walks away. If you look closely, you can even see a pair of dark eyes. It's a pretty distinct shadow. Now, the man who took this video is freaked out and does not know what to think. Online users speculated that this was the spirit of a young boy who haunts the hotel. It is often said that mirrors can be used as so-called portals for spirits. They can enter and exit through them, especially if two mirrors are facing each other. However, other viewers began relying on more scientific theories such as a potential camera glitch. It looks pretty legit to me, and if I were them, I would definitely leave the hotel ASAP. Alright, I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like buttons, mom. Let's aim for 2,000 likes for another one of these scary trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, or you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, MaxwellFear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, MaximumFearYT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because only 4% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. And be sure to check out my merch. The link is in the description down below, and it's perfect for Halloween. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.